very poor planning method.
It's going to be bloody.
One of his young daughters got missed.
Tomorrow when I become minister for crocodiles, nobody can beat me.
We told you from the beginning that these guys don't have the capacity to run election.
The
eventful elections that in some places could only be equated to a scramble for the goal during a football match. But even losing a match does not cause the furor like this one exhibited by a loser in the LC5 chairmanship elections in Jinja, Mr. Kanusu. The ballot box became the soccer ball, and for Kanusu, missing the goal did not mean losing the match. To lose the match, he had to cause a total upset. And when that is done, he went in search for the referee. In this case, the polling officer. At this point, policemen were invisible at this polling station, or should I say soccer field? When the police finally arrived to rescue the polling officer, Kanusu had already come up with plan B. He must stop the tallying of the votes the best way he knows how. With the plugs of the fax machines, his plan is about complete, but not quite yet. He must hold on to the cables and seemingly engage in a serious struggle while on top of the fax sheets that have been rolled out allegedly in favor of his opponent. And for the second time, police look on helplessly. Kanusu's energy has yet again enabled him to employ more terror on terrified electoral officials. And when that energy is spent, he sits on the heap of papers as police clear the room for him. Re-energized, he suddenly jolts into action, pulls down his ally, and engages him in a discussion. Then, like an injured bull, he charges at his would-be enemies. The cameras are roaring as his allies try to hold him down. But for Kanusu, the glare of the cameras is something he must take advantage of. At this point, he had become more of a nuisance, and so the law must take its course. The drama comes to an abrupt stop as Kanusu is whisked away. One man against a contingent of policemen, and when they finally managed to whisk him out of the tallying center, he must have wished that this day did not happen. Kanusu was later charged in court for damaging Electoral Commission property, but before disappearing into political oblivion, he had a word or two for the EC presiding officer in Jinja.
I traversed the whole district looking for votes. I have abandoned international duties for the sake of this campaign. How can just a mere Kalangwa, this near Honorable Balievu come to intimidate everyone? I'm ready to die. I'm ready to be sacrificed.
An international job to boot, His credentials are to die for, but not for the rural folk in Jinja.
Maybe you may be happy because you may not be so much exposed. I've been traveling to developed countries. I know how much public servants get.
Kanusu underestimated the presiding officer. She stood up to him the best way she knows how.
I don't take orders from anybody, okay? I take orders from my boss, Chikun, not you. And you are never my boss and you never be. So I've talked to Chikun, he has told me to continue, and I'm continuing with the interview.
Fine.
You can go ahead and do what you want.
Fine.
And on that note, I give the microphone back to the voter who has been standing by watching all this drama to say what he wants.
Kigundu was even ashamed when I was watching him on TV announcing results. The guy was ashamed looking like this. The guy was looking like this one is a typical branded.
Agnes Nandutu, point blank.
Very poor planning method.
Going to be blooded.
Hey, Nwanangu Musaja.
One of his young daughters got missed.
Tomorrow when I become minister for crocodiles, nobody can beat me.